Hey guys, how's it going? So today let's go over successful stock pattern number one, the cup with handle. So stocks, everyone knows they go up and down, but there's more to it. There's a lot of like psychology and whatnot, and the psychology and people's natural behavior and whatnot kind of creates this formation in stocks that can be recognized a lot of the time. And the underlying things that they mean are kind of tough to tell exactly, but when you see the pattern, generally it's a good sign, and it can mean that you're going to it's going to have a shoot up in price. So for instance, here we go. We have a you can see this stock. This is really recent. It started making a cup with handle pattern in October, on October 25th. This last year in 2016, and if we zoom back in a little bit, you'll see it's quite a long cup with handle. It started in October and ended here in February 2nd before it shot up in one day something like $40, right, from $260 to almost $300. So yeah, almost $40 in a day. Now, to be honest, I actually did buy this stock. I saw this stock, and I bought it right here, like 2 or 3 days before the shoot up in price. I bought it at like 262, so I remember one day down here it was down to like 254, and I was like, yikes, but it's okay, and then a couple of days later it just skyrocketed. So these patterns it's real life. It's kind of like a game, like trying to look for these things and whatnot, but it's real life, guys. If you get these down, you can hit up a huge gain in a really short amount of time. Now granted, if you got greedy with it, usually they don't go up this fast. Usually the cup with handle it's like a slower progression, over time, up and down, and then kind of goes up like 20% in price, and then it comes down. In this case, it went up 20% in price in just like a week, and then it just started tanking. So this is kind of unusual that it started tanking here. It usually doesn't happen so fast. It usually doesn't come up so fast in price. But when it does usually come up fast in price, it usually is such a strong stock that it doesn't tank. It usually holds flat for a while and then continues. But this is kind of a late stage stock. It's priced at $260 or whatever. So it's been going up for years. It's kind of been in the eyes of everyone for a long time. So I'm suspecting this guy is that's why he kind of came down so fast. You can see like other times, like for instance this time right here, it's not really a cup with handle, but it broke into new highs, and it took off for a long time. So yeah, let me kind of give you some pointers on this cup with handle thing. It's not just so simple. You don't just like see this pattern and decide, let me just buy the stock and go over buy points and whatnot. So once you see a break in the high from here, and you see it kind of come down, let it consolidate or whatever. You don't want to buy down here. You don't know when it's going to be done going down. It could keep going. It could maybe never make this formation. But you see it come down. You just keep it in your eye. I remember it was in my eye back here around November. Anyway, you see it. You keep your eye on it. You watch it. You see it come back. You want it to prove its strength to you. You see it come. You see it make it like a line up here, kind of consistent with the top point of the high over here, with the top point of this part over here, which is called the handle. So if you notice this part, this droopiness is called the cup, and this part right here is the handle. So the buy point is in the handle. Usually the buy point is as soon as you see that it's kind of met up with this handle. So it hit it right here, and $265. When you see that happen, you just buy it. Or if you're kind of a little bit lucky, the next couple of days you see it at 260 and you're like, oh good, it hit the buy point and I have it for a better price. So you buy it, and then you wait, and it might drift down a little bit.